Welcome back to Naval Action, and we're having a look at the new fleet missions, and I've managed to pop it near the land so you can see how sexy the land looks when it's brought in. I think it looks fantastic. Of course you can crash into it, which is unwise. Now you'll notice at the start here you start with none of your cannons loaded, which is a bit of a disaster because the worst thing you want to ever be doing is loading all of your cannons. It takes ages. So once you've got your sails up, just flip your sailors onto gunnery and that'll help get your cannons loaded more quickly. The fleets start off funny, so I'm just on my own here. I'm doing a 152, I think that's a post-captain fleet. And oh dear, we're somewhat outnumbered. 2, 4, 6, 7. I don't think you can command the fleets. I actually thought you could in the beginning, but I don't think you can, which is a bit pesky. And let's have a look what the lineup is. So it's one Connie versus a bunch of Serbs, frigates and surprises. I'm the Connie. I can't afford anything higher than a Connie at the moment. I've just bought my great big shipyard and blown all my money. So you'll see now I've got one side fully loaded and the other sides are beginning to come in. Front and rear are almost in. I'm going to leave it on gunnery until we're all loaded up. Now you can earn a lot of XP in these fleet orders, but you can also die, which is often not what you're after. You get an assist if you do 10% of damage on a ship, and you get a kill obviously if you do the most damage. I'll just flip off sailing now, or back onto sailing. So what you want to do is you want to aim for at least 2 kills. That's kind of a good number, and then try and get as many assists as not getting killed will allow you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get probably both broadsides fired if I can, and then I'll break off and support some of my little AI nobbies so they don't die too quickly. So I'm going to spring to my port side. I'm going to go to battle sails, just turn a bit. You have to be careful these AI ships don't ram you because they're a bit good at that. And I'm just going to look for a bit of a cheap shot on this side, so I'm not going to be able to get on him, but I should be able to get on the next one. I'm using longs. Right, so that's a reasonable tally into him, and just managed to miss the back of that guy. And now I'm going to try and swing around as quickly as I can so I can play with these guys on the right hand side of the battle. Look at that land in the background. How good does that look compared to just sailing around in the open ocean as we were only a couple of weeks ago. So let's run past this chap and give him a bit of a slap and tickle. And this should pretty much guarantee 10% on this guy. Just turning as I go. That's all his backside off. He's in reload shot, so that's good. So I'll turn, and then I think this chap coming up on my other side might be able to wear the best part of the broadside. So I'm just really laying on the damage right now as much as I can. Oh dear, this doesn't look pretty. Turn a little bit, Jay. I think that's low enough. Yeah, I was a little bit late letting that go, so a few guns there didn't get in. Let's just have a look behind me. So we've got 2 behind. Where's my mates? Over there. You've got to not get attached to your AI friends. They're mostly going to die. And I'm really on full reload, so time just to reposition myself while I'm reloading. Get back into the fray. Now the AI is, I guess the best word for it, it's smarter than it used to be. It doesn't dump as many shots into the ocean as it used to. They're a little bit high, that's annoying. Just got to be wary here. I'm beginning to go into the wind, but also there's 3 ships on 1 over this side. So it's best to try and stay with your AI mateys as much as possible. So I'm just angling the sails around a bit here. I might be able to get a round off on him. I'll turn the cannon aspect as much as I can. We should be able to get a full set off of this guy with any luck. The longer you hold it in the same spot, the better. Now I've changed my mind, which you're allowed to do. And instead I'm going to go after this fella, because he's lined up more nicely for me. Right, so that's pretty handy. And we're loaded on the other side, so powering to try and get me, because it's a low ship this one. I don't think I'm going to be able to get my nose down quick enough. I'm trying to trim my sails as well. That might be good enough. Just make sure I get the assist on that one. And right, so there's some pretty good passes early doors. Let's have a little look. How are we going? Everybody's still floating. This guy a nudge. Yeah, that's looking alright. And so John Blease is probably in a bit of trouble. So there's the first ship down with an assist. That was that Niagara you saw sailing past with all its bits broken. Just check you don't want to be doing friendly fire. Morgan seems to be lining up nicely for me. It's a bunch into him. So now I've spread my I've spread my shots around quite nicely. I've hit a fair number of ships. I haven't taken too much damage myself. So now I'm going to focus one down and try and get a kill. You can have a broadside. Quite low in the water, hoping for a leak. As you can see, it's almost non-stop action. There's this fella looking over here. So he's almost new, but he's quite far away. I've got no one else on this side. That's not a great aspect to be shooting at. He's beginning to turn. So that hit and bounced off the hull. Bizarre physics. So did that. So this guy's got a rubber hull. That must be new in the patch, something I didn't read about, rubber hulls. Let's see if I can get myself a rubber hull. They seem quite good. Sails. So let's start turning around. Just drag my rear sails round flat against the wind so that I get a quicker turn. And then once you get into line, you want to sort of turn that off, because otherwise you're spinning round too much while you're trying to fire. That's a good open shot. A little bit behind. Keep turning. That's good shooting. So it's 19 shots went into him and a leak, and he's in shock, so that's got to help the rest of the lads out. So let's check the scores on the doors. We've lost one, they've lost one. Well, we've got a lot of Niagaras in the mix here. Now, what I've done here, which I'm not too keen on, I've kind of got myself on the outside of the battle. Although you don't want to always be double broadsiding, you do want to be getting as much in as you can on these missions. You can earn 1000 XP and a fair whack of money while you're at it on these. A little bit high, unfortunately. Let's check my nose. There's a few ships ahead of me here. Spin the sails round and we'll get onto this fella. He's looking a bit ready for a leak. fire. You hear those bells going off? Those are the fire bells. I've got fridges loaded in the rear of this ship. I'll fire a couple of fridges out. Into the sails there, Jay. It's no good. Now this muppet here, don't slow down, man. Unless you're sinking. Yeah, so he's completely blocked me off. Fool of a tool. I've still only lost one. And this AI has really blocked me off here. Very pesky. That felt like some friendly fire there. Let's have a look. Yeah, let's hull and sails a bit lower. Not too bad. What have we got over here? I don't want to turn that way. Keep turning into the wind. There's my rudder gone. I didn't want that rudder anyway, it's rubbish. But you can see in these things, it's good practice for your situational awareness. Oh, have we lost 3? No, we've lost 2. They don't colour code the sunken ships. Good practice for your situation awareness. I mean, this isn't too different than if you're up against players in a decent-sized open sea battle. The players are obviously a bit smarter, and they tend to actually be a little bit more conservative. These guys are all very talablam, charging around, getting stuck in. Just waiting for my second set of guns to reload there. That's another few hits on him. So now we're going to line up on Brass Lafitte here. Behind me? No. I've still only lost 1. I think Brass will be sinking soon, so it doesn't seem good value to stay on him. This is a bit longer than I'd like it to be, range-wise. Probably should have checked Brass's health before I committed to chasing him down. So, now, we're not going to be able to fire right hand side. I know there's 2. I was going to say I might give Brass a bit of a tickle, but we'll save that broadside for these boys up here. For Cleggy and his mate. How's it looking? 2 sunk. Oh, Elizabeth de Berry's seen better days as well, has to be said. This guy's almost at full health. There we go. 1 shot, 1 leak. Nice work, Jay. So, I think I'm taking a bit of a pounding from behind. How do I want to pass this guy? Probably want to pass him on this side, so I'll drop to battle sails. Just to steady my ship up a little bit. And then I'll depower, just to drop the mid-masts down and really level me up and give me a steady line. And then hopefully this will then go in and cause pain. And it did. And now I've got enough time to turn around here and just happy to put the speed back on. And then we'll give this guy maybe enough to sink him, I hope. So there's a kill. Oh right, I'm hitting the mast of that one. That was 23 hits into the hull. That's not bad, is it? 25 guns. However, we are a bit sort of out of guns, so again I'm going to take my guys off the rigging and leave them on my guns. Now that means if I go to full sail or lower my sails, it's much slower. if I need to go to battle sails, it's much slower. It also means my guns load more quickly, and we can give this guy the attention he desires. He's got armour on the front, so let's take that off. That's more points. Let's make prizes. Now we are going to wear a broadside, but such is life in the big city. So we're running out of ships. My health is still sort of good enough, to be honest. Morgan over there, he's about to sink. This fella's got a bit of life left in him. He's got a bit less now, those carronades don't half hurt. So I can't use my sails at the moment to turn more quickly because I've got everybody on guns after ripping that double broadside off. But I'm loaded on this side, so I'm going to pop my sails back on. And turn round so I can play with Jean Benet. So we've got 2 kills now, 1 assist. And now Jean's going to turn into me just to be annoying. So I might see if he's going to show me a broadside again before wasting my shots. Come around here, and that looks about right. A little bit of an upswing as I turn there. But now 24 shots in, and we knocked out a rudder and put him into reload shot, so that's happy days. Now these obviously take longer, these fights, than if you're just doing single missions, but they don't take that much longer. And you get a crap load of experience compared to the single missions. I would recommend the first time you start them, you come in with longs. It's not like when you're fighting a single enemy or even 2 enemies. Come in with longs, and I would recommend the first time you do it, pick a mission a couple of levels below you. Because these things are pretty hairy. I've gone alright on this one, but I've been in other ones where the AI fleet go all harry-carry on you, and before you know it, you're on your own with 4 ships, and even though you're in a better ship, 4 mercs have more cannons than you. So I've turned that around. I'm going to go to normal sails, and I'm actually going to drop it in a second to battle sails because I will be leeward, which means I'll be leaning up. So battle sails means I'm catching less air, and by catching less air, my ship won't be leaning over as much. How low can I get? Probably not enough, so I'll depower. When you depower, it drops these middle masts, and that stops you getting pushed over a lot. I can't get much lower. And that's made an absolute mess. Absolute mess. So who's still up? Ooh, 4 of them, eh? Got my fridges. Fire your fridges, Jeheil. That was too high. Not very good with my carronades yet. Now, you need to remember to take your depower off, and you'll see that these side masts, I'm sure someone knows what they're called, they go up. And they're very handy. They give you lots of extra speed. Am I on my own against 3? Oh no! Okay, how are they all looking? Almost sunk. Alright, let's give this guy the first bit of attention. We'll do that, we'll scare him with a warning shot. Followed by another warning shot. Nice one. So we don't want to take on 3 broadsides here, so I'm depowering again. So I'll take a bit of a shellacking now. So I'm actually going to come through this guy in a minute. Just turn to greet him. Look at him coming at me. I'm up against a line. How exciting. Get stuck into this fella. And I'm actually going to turn away now, so I'm going to go to full power. Don't think my fridge is loaded. Oh yes, my fridges are loaded. as low as we can. Yeah. I don't want to drop the backside, so spin the sails round. It's doubly important at the moment actually because I've really got no rudder. And surely, is he not sunk? How's he not sunk? Get down. Okay. Right, this should make a mess. Too low, I was going for the leaks. Got a bit greedy. It didn't work. Straighten my masts up. These two look like they're going to crash into each other, which would be fun. The backside's not looking too pretty. Now surely he's almost sunk. So it's really these two I think I need to work on. So as much as I can I'm going to run with just these two. I'm trying to sort of keep... Well, I was going to try and keep him behind him, but he's dropped his masts. Oh dear. There goes the rudder and a leak. I cannot believe this guy's still sailing. Surely he's almost sunk. So that's the back of my ship gone. 35 men on leaks. I need to take these guns out of the game here because I'm getting an absolute pounding. There's nothing left. Sink! Now, what I intend to do is run for a little bit and I'll get a repair on. He's just a bag of cannonballs. How's he still in the water? And I am taking a bit of a shellacking here. It's getting a bit hairy. I've got no idea how this guy's still floating. It's more damage. So what I'm going to do now is fire off the last of these. And I'm going to kick my repairs in. And I'm going to drop my sailors. So those repairs happen more quickly. Now let's have a look at these other guys. So I've got no idea how he's not sunk. Look at it, it's bizonkers. He's in a bit of trouble. He should sink soon. And he should sink soon. So let's get these repairs up, because we don't want to be losing your constitution. So that's good, that's him gone. Now we're going to snipe for a while, just while I've got the guys on repairs. This Jean Lafayette is almost sunk, and then really it's going to be this fella that's the only one we need to fight, I'm hoping. Make sure I'm not crashing into the land. Look at that, there's the beach. There's no one on the beach today. There's a lot of blue bottles in the water. So there's no one on the beach. I definitely don't want to run around. That would be embarrassment. I was just thinking to myself, where's the scenery gone? Oh yeah, there it is. I'm just about to sail into it. Nice one, Jay. That would be a good demonstration of the lovely rendering of the scenery. There's a few more hits. We'll keep on running along the coast. We'll check the beach out. Let's have a little look. There's SpongeBob and his mates. How cool is that being brought into the game, eh? Imagine that near a town. Or a fort. Yeah, that'd just be excellent. I do seem to be going quite slowly. Oh, I'm going across the wind, is why. So let's turn round. These guys are all showing me their nose at the moment. I'm kind of happy with that. He is sunk. No, he's tricking me. Oh, setting on fire. Oh, that's it. This isn't it. How's this guy going here? I don't know how he's still afloat at all. One in the hull, one in the sails. Still got guys on repairs. I'm going to have to turn through the wind soon. He's on fire. And he's seen better days. Too high. Sails. He looks like he almost ran aground, this fella over here, doesn't he, eh? I'm almost into the wind. I've got no one on my sails, so I can't go into automatic sailing. I may as well dump a bunch of cannonballs into this fella. My repairs are complete, so I can put my sailors back on. Just sink. And that leaves us with these two. So there's this fella here, he's in a spot of bother. I'm going to focus on this other one. Oh dear, my rudder's buggered. Do I use a repair on that? I might have to, you know, because I can't turn very much. So let's get the old urgent repairs going on that. Thanks, boys. He's coming in for broadside. That other guy is somehow still alive behind me. We never know how. There we go, he's just sunk. So they see the kill coming up there. So we're going through the wind now, or we're about to go through the wind. As we do, this fella a kiss. I don't like the reload shock. And now it's me, you, and the unsinkable Jean Lafayette. So let's spin that around a bit more, and then actually let's come back round again the other side now. Let's come back round this way. So reverse the sails. Come back round through the wind. Oh no, he's turned inside me. Bugger. See, pesky AI. So he's... I'm going to pretend he saw what I was doing and decided to counter it. Was the other guy sank yet? No. Oh well, all this procrastination has given me a chance to reload. And it's put the unsinkable John Lafitte behind me. Look at that beautiful backdrop. I think that was John Lafitte sinking. Oh, I didn't get the kill on him. That's a bit of disappointment. And that's just me and you, Jean. Everybody's dead apart from me and you, buddy. And have a fire again. There's a bit of scenery for you. Look at that, a shipwreck. Beautiful backdrop. Notice the FPS is still pretty good, and he's on fire. So my FPS, I can't see it on here because I've got a thing shadowing it, but my FPS, oh there she is still around 40. And that's with my video recording software going. I'm holding my sails at stupid angle here because it keeps me nice and slow. And it's also forcing me to not show much of my hull, so if I just come around here and back off, you'll see I'm sort of leaning into the water. So my windward side is over here, that's the exposed side. My leeward starboard side is the one I'm firing from. And we know we've got this now. So there you go, that's a mission that's effectively 2 levels below me. Now, I'm not the world's fanciest sailor, but you can see, look at all these wrecks around here. The kids will be out robbing all the copper off these ships in the morning. But you can see the carnage. I reckon you take the mission you're at if you're with 2 mates at the same level, or 1 if you're brave, or your mate's really good. And if you've got 5 or 6 of you, then you can maybe risk a bigger mission. I'm trying to fire low into the water here to spring a few leaks. It's not happening. Slow down a bit, and I think for shits and giggles, after we've dealt with Jean Benoit Argarth, who is a sailor and an algorithm, then I might see what happens if you run aground. That could be regretful, but let's find out. There we go, there's a leak. Sort that out, buddy. Where that came from. See now, if this was a player, effectively he's got nowhere to go, incidentally. Let me just fire these off. If we just have a look here at where we are, let's just go up here and have a little look. So if you look here, we're both sailing along here, and there's Landho. So he's got nowhere to go, which is quite good. So it's nice watching them fire, isn't it? Anyway, are we loaded yet? Nope. Let's pin him in. He's beginning to turn. He's got nowhere to go. I think he's realised there's nothing much more than beach ahead of him. And here comes a full broadside. We'll just wait for that little wave to go past. I'm close to popping leaks here, by the way. And then we're firing nice and low. There's 3 leaks, 5 leaks, 6 leaks. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna spoil your Christmas. 6 leaks. I'm almost stopped. Have another one for good measure, my old mate. There's another leak. I don't know how he's accelerating. It should be a bathtub. So this has cost me a repair kit, which do cost a few doubloons for a Connie. But hopefully I'll be able to demonstrate to you shortly the rewards you get. And this is just me on my own, you know. You can do this on your own. It's much more fun with mates, as most things are. But he'll be sunk in a jiffy. Try and just chuck a fridge into him for good order. Fire the fridges! Straight to the sails. And then we'll turn around. Oh, I'm copying water here. How many have we got on? We've got 70, we've got 31. Battle over, kill. Let's go and sail into land and just see what happens. It's part of a scientific experiment for the community. And I think, just looking at this, I think my leaks... Is the water rising? Oh, the water is rising. So effectively I'm dead. Unless I could exit battle in probably the next 2.5 minutes. Now, I haven't tried it in open world. In sea trials, if you sat still, it was easier to fix leaks. I'm of the opinion that if you're leaking, the best thing to do is get yourself on the beach. How can you leak when you're on the beach? So let's have a little look what happens. This is where I rip a hole in the front end of my ship and die horribly. Anyway, I wish you could put more on survival, but I don't think you can. They'll just go on to guns, won't they? Yep, 31 is the maximum I need on survival, despite the fact We're building an indoor swimming pool. Look at the damage on that, man. It's like a bloody tea bag. So how many kills did we get? 5 kills. Well, you've got to be happy with that. There's only 7 ships. 5 kills, 2 assists. 520 hits into the hull. 2 fires started. So you can imagine if you were tunnel visioned, you know, ballooning away, and then this happened, this would be bad. Let's see what happens. Do I stop? So I'm doing 9 kilometers. 9 knots. Kilometers, Jeheil. It's not a car game. And look at this. We're coming up onto the beach. The kids are all excited. I'm going to get a noise. What's going to happen? Is my ship just going to explode? Am I going to sail through the land? Have they not coded for this? There you go. You saw there's a little shockwave from the beach. That was quite nice. And I've stopped. And I can't turn right very much. Can I turn left? Ooh, no, this is really quite bad. Look at that. So I'm just trying to lean myself over to the left there by turning to the right there by turning myself. So look at that. If you get yourself grounded like a muppet, like this, yeah, getting out takes ages. Right, that's enough experimentation. Let's leave the battle. Have a little look. So you get your normal reward, 5,152. But look at that, 60 odd thousand gold, so say 56 once you've replenished your repair kits and done a repair. And 1,000 XP, the best part of. So that's, I don't know, what's that, do you reckon? 2.5 missions worth. It's taken a little bit longer than a mission, but it's a lot more fun. And that's a look at the new fleet missions. I hope you enjoyed that. I love them, I think they're great. I prefer playing them with mates. But if everything's a bit lonely, if there's not many people on, we've only got 5 or 6 on at the moment because it's kind of, it's Friday night, most people in Australia are out having fun. Hello. Most people are out having fun. I've just come back from a lovely meal. And as you do, it's time to have some sailing. So if there's only half a dozen people on and they're doing their things, then it's a good time to give yourself a bit of a play on the fleet missions. I hope you enjoyed that. I did. Look how well rendered the land is. I mean, it's not like it grabbed random land. It's that land there. So yeah, I think I'll do a video on dueling soon, and maybe I might do another AI fleet one with bigger ships if I'm in with a couple of buddies. There you go. Bit of a look at the fleet missions. Can't recommend them enough. They are hilarious fun. There's an element of risk with them. You saw there, if there was one more enemy sailing, I reckon I'd have been sunk did. If you enjoyed that video, hit like, subscribe, and I will catch you on the oceans and see you again. Cheers.